In other news tonight, Provo police are continuing to investigate after a woman was found dead yesterday in a storage shed in Provo.
Yeah, this is some video from the scene that we took last night. In what ways did this murder impact the community? We have team coverage on this case. It's our top story on 2 News at 6 tonight. I'm Mark Cabell.
I'm Heidi Hatch. Glad you're with us. Christian Sita has more on this investigation. We begin, though, with Brian Will with more on how this has affected the community and also what neighbors are saying. Brian, what are they saying about what happened there?
Good evening, Heidi and Mark. Neighbors here had no idea what was in the shed behind their complex for the last several months. And a neighbor told me that lived right next door that when police opened that shed, a smell went through the entire community here.
Nothing came across like that there was even anything wrong. It was just another day for him, you know. All of a sudden, an hour later, hey, there's a body in the shed.
Jacob Workman has been staying next door to the 53-year-old suspect, Arthuro Carrion. He says nothing seems suspicious leading up to the discovery of a body in the shed behind their complex.
Always had a smile and always waved, said hello, helped me fix the brakes on my scooter the other day.
Just an hour before police arrived on Sunday, Workman and Carrion were talking about the weather outside. He was outside when they showed up asking for a key to the shed, a key they didn't end up waiting for.
You know, we saw him cut the lock off and go in, and one of them came out a couple minutes later and kind of nodded at the others, and everybody just got kind of real quiet.
That wasn't even the worst part, Workman says.
As soon as that shed opened, there was a smell.
A smell Workman and his neighbors will never forget. What was your reaction once you kind of learned what happened and what was in the shed?
I was shocked. I didn't imagine anything like this happening in Provo, and definitely not from him. Just, it never really, I never would have guessed, you know. So he just always came off, you know, to me as just a nice guy. So yeah, it was definitely a surprise.
Now, I also spoke to several other neighbors in this neighborhood, a lot that didn't want to go on camera, but they said it's a quiet neighborhood here and people often keep to themselves. But of course now all eyes are in this neighborhood as people are driving by trying to catch a glimpse of that shed. Reporting live in Provo, Brian Will, KUTV 2 News.
Brian, thank you. Our team coverage continues tonight with this very difficult and gruesome discovery in Provo. That woman's body was found in the shed that led to a confession and also an arrest.
Springville police identified the victim as Lisa Hyde. She was reported missing just last month. KUTV's Christian Sita joining us live in Provo right now. And Christian, police aren't releasing a lot of information. What else are they telling you about what happened?
Yeah, no, that's right. Now, it is an ongoing investigation and not much details have been released. But we do know that the suspect, Arthuro Carrion, is in custody. And we also found out in court documents that he does have a criminal history. It all started with the 911 call to Provo police.
It is horrific. It's not normal to encounter these situations.
A dead woman in a shed behind an apartment building. When the officers arrived, Arthuro Carrion was standing outside and he handed them a key to a shed. According to documents, when police asked what's inside, he reportedly told them a dead body. Inside, police found several bags, and inside one of those bags, part of a human arm. Carrion was arrested on the spot. Jana Lee Holland with the Provo police says they were unsure whether he lived there full time.
We believe he may have on and off. We don't know if it was a permanent residence, if it was an occasional location at this time.
Investigators later learned that he had made a confession to a witness saying he had done something wrong, indicated he had pulled a Rick. Police say it refers to a family member currently serving time for murdering his girlfriend. Carrion himself has a criminal past. Records show he was convicted of aggravated domestic violence just months ago, but instead of serving time, his jail sentence was suspended. As for this case, police are trying to piece together what happened on this street.
We still have our portion of the investigation to continue. There's a lot more information that we need on what happened.
Now, police are asking the public if they have any information to contact dispatch immediately. And again, this is a developing story, and once we have more information, we'll sure to bring you that update on air and on our webpage, KUTV.com. Reporting live in Provo, Christian Sita, KUTV 2 News.